for you. On my side, I would like to talk about higher mind. It's something important, and I think not much people aware of it, and not much aware of what it does and how you can utilize it. It's something very special and very important. Now that we are upgrading our consciousness and our third eye and astral and connecting with higher self and all these dimensions and psychic abilities, pineal gland, higher mind need to come in the picture to explain it more, and actually also to work on it in this session with the specific way how to start tuning into the higher mind and how to upgrade your access to the higher mind, where the higher mind something is very powerful, comes from the higher self in our lower reality, but our access to it always a very minimum according to how much limitation we have, and the more expansion in our consciousness we will be able to have more access to the higher mind. My mic is not loud. Yes, and I'll talk about it in a bit. Mic with Matildo. News and things.
News! Let's start with news! I was not expected to have the mic, but thank you, babe. Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Facebook, good evening, podcast, and family who is joining slowly. We also have new members joining on the regular buying one ticket event, so let's see if they are joining on time. So, how are you doing? First of all, let us know if you're hearing us okay on all the platforms and social media.
Yes, Nisar is here. Welcome, Nisar.
Welcome, Nasser. You made it, congrats. So let us know if you're hearing us okay. Maybe if you'd like to say hi, hello, anything that you would like to share with us before we start.
Yeah, but in his platform, not much people.
Yes,
it's another
Nasser,
platform.
you are in the platform where people buy the one-time events, all the community, and they have membership. They are in another event, another room online.
Online where,
Where
the
they are-
community and
yes.
the regular practitioner, they have the membership of the spiritual gym. We call it
Yes.
spiritual gym. I hope you enjoyed this session today, and then you become member with us, and you can meet the family. All right.
So coming to that, remember that we have a monthly membership. You can actually take the membership anytime during the month now with the system that we have put in place in April. It's a one-time payment, it's automatic, and it will come in the first few days of the month, automatic payment, and you have access to all the paid sessions, you have access to all the library of the past paid sessions, of the Wednesdays as well. Remember that this Wednesday is our monthly unconditional love group healing, which is once a month, first Wednesday of the month, and it's happening in 2 days. So this session I will explain it a bit later. Back to the membership. The link is in the video above or below. If you are not on the video and you are already on the podcast platform, then ask us or go on our Facebook page or ask us in private, we will send you the link. We also, in the next few months, going to feed this Patreon platform, which is the monthly membership. We're going to feed it with different videos and different talks and topics. It's just like it needs a bit of rhythm as we are on a lot of projects at the same time right now. So this is for the membership. Please join. It's super exciting. And it feels like we are really anchoring and bringing this compact community into one place, one zone, and it's easy access and easy communication. Second, Wednesday coming up. Wednesday coming up, it's a free or on contribution. Give as much as your heart sings. And it is a group healing, meaning that you are receiving the energy that is happening. On Monday, which is today, we are doing an energy practice, so you are more engaged in your consciousness focus, more engaged in your presence and in your intention with the different steps that we will guide you through to build up your channel, to build up your energy centers, to build up your container, to be more of your higher self, more of your divine self. On Wednesday, you are receiving for energy adjustment, for dissolving the separations and dissociations, and for resolving what is out of alignment. So this is Wednesday. Bring your friends. Bring your friends, bring people that don't know us yet. Come as well with your smile, your heart, or your presence. And for those who are in the community and Pillars of Light, this is also a time for practicing the unconditional love grid that we have been building together, which is a grid in the ether, in the astral, that is supporting for manifestation, for healing, for adjustment, for prosperity. So this is a grid that is being built and is keep on expanding, keep on amplifying. Each time one pillar is connecting with the crystal grid, with the heart resonance, it's feeding that astral platform to harvest this energy, and it's constantly, like unlimitedly feeding and expanding. So this is what also we are doing on Wednesday. If you are interested to know more about it, then let us know. And especially if you are Arabic native speaker, native language, George is going to start teaching that in Arabic. So that's plus for everyone. So this is basically a bit of the news for this week. What else? We also are trying to organize something so we can meet in June. Let's see how it's gonna shape up with still the restriction that we are having a bit in Dubai. It's opening, but somehow we still cannot meet more than 10 people at a time. And 10 people that are not from the same blood family is apparently not very advised neither. So we were trying to think about a way that we can all meet. And we are thinking about and around solstice. That will be a perfect opportunity to meet together and to have an energy practice in that moment to celebrate the solstice, an unconditional love, heart resonance, full practice for the community. This will be announced as we have some more news. If you know a space that can welcome us as well, let us know so we can do that together. On another note, what can we share? On another note, I know we haven't been able to meet. I know you are also asking, we are missing you guys. We know that you are missing us as well. And this little wonder is growing fast and is showing soon her nose, like in 7 or 8 weeks. 8 weeks probably. So we'll try our best to meet, to hug, and to celebrate physically before that time. We are doing extremely well. We have a lot of projects as well, especially George. I'm more in my phase of nesting, which is a normal phase in that process. And I have a lot to share, and I wish I will be able to share very soon or in the coming months all that is coming through. There are very exciting things that is happening as well in the energetical background. Physically, you will know about them later, but know that all the work that you've been doing with us since years, and especially since last January last year, so since a year and a half, know that everything will feel more tangible very soon, and will have more meaning or more understanding for what you've been prepared for. So this is also very exciting, and trust that all is coming always in perfect timing when it is relevant to you. And our advice is to remain very present, to remain very centered, to continue your daily practice, to tune in and connect to your inner truth, your divine guidance that we call also higher self or universal wisdom. And through that, all the keys and portals and gates and information is opening to you without you searching outside yourself or searching in your environment. Remember that your environment is a perfect mirror of your conditioning, the perfect mirror of your belief system, of your memories that give a sense of self, so you can build who you are and your experience and build a future in this timeline, this linear lifetime. And remember that the environment is merely a mirror and for you to introspect within. What is it that I'm still attached to? What is it that is not aligned within me, so I can reconnect and be more of my higher self.
Thank you.
Thank you, babe.
Yes, even this topic I'm explaining them in Arabic right now for the new Arabic community, which is very lovely coming from Aisha. Thank you, Aisha, for this hard work you have done for the past couple of years to gather such a big crowd, and they are so yearning to learn and grow and expand their consciousness and connect. And I was explaining to them, and I started, as Matilda was mentioning, a special project, which is the Unconscious Love Project, or Raising the Frequency of Mother Earth, but in Arabic, a Facebook group and in my Instagram.
So the more the merrier.
Yeah, if you want to share the training and joining the Unconditional Love, Raising the Frequency of Mother Earth in Arabic, contact us directly, or we can share also the link under the video on Facebook somewhere, where I created a new Facebook group. I also shared it on my personal Facebook page and on my personal Instagram. I start sharing where I'm going to train in Arabic the project to raise the energy of Mother Earth, and how many people are joining and what I'm going to share and teach there. So I'm going to focus a lot there and teach them, because it's a big community and it's Arabic community, and we need to raise the frequency of the Arabic community right now, and they are ready. So it's good things, because that's a good sign, very powerful sign, that many aspects of Earth, not only the English speaking, are increasing and getting awareness and getting evolving and getting upgrade. Also the Arabic community is getting upgrade, and then we can actually train many of Arabic speaking about energy, consciousness. The reality is part of your consciousness, heart resonance, connecting with the field and growing the unconditional love field, which is all of you connecting with. On Wednesday, as Mathilde mentioned, come join us and bring people to connect with the unconditional love field. Do your work with the unconditional love field and increase the frequency and the energy of Mother Earth. That's a very good, I would say, a very good, powerful sign that the Earth is shifting, of course, step by step, but this is how it works. Collectively, we're growing, and then it's spreading more and more.
Continue shifting in a common vision. So
yes.
The more we gather around that common vision, the stronger we are to shift literally layers of the collective. And this is what we've all been working on: a common vision, common mission, common alignment, coming with our essence as a unified energy, yet with our different fragrances, different flavors that bring the richness of that unity.
Another aspect important about raising frequency of yourself and Mother Earth, and being part of this such a project or such a community. Someone asked me from the Arabic community, when I talked about the Unconditional Love Project and Unity Project, when I witnessed the healing happening in Syria in the war at that time in the Middle East. I said, why do you think that you are responsible of healing the country from the war? So of course I mentioned that I don't think I am personally responsible, but I totally believe that in my version of my reality, it made manifest so I can witness that healing, because I participate and I put all the effort for about 1 year and a half in the Unity Project with 40 people, shifting our own energy, shifting our own judgment, shifting our own concept and frequency toward Earth, and projecting an amounts, enormous amounts of energy and love and unconditional love through us, through the many group, every week to the Earth, and specifically to the Middle East and Syria. By doing that, I've done my own responsibility toward myself. By doing that, I shifted my own energy and shifted my own belief system and judgment about the reality, that I am now in an alignment of a timeline where this reality of war should not manifest in my reality. So I sort of shifted the whole timeline in my reality to meet reality and Earth and people in Syria and around Syria and Middle East, where they become more pro-peace and more pro-releasing the war. And then it starts becoming like co-creation with everyone. But if I have not done that, so every one of you have not done anything toward any healing toward yourself or toward healing the earth, is you're saying, well, I am not responsible, I don't know who, if this can happen, and I will let it be, and then whoever thinking about war will still feeding the field with the hatred and negativity, and if that manifests in reality, then you sort of agreed on it. That's very, very powerful statement you have to understand. Every time you see something that you don't like in your reality, it's telling you, it's calling you, it's manifested because you are agreeing on certain energy. That energy is reflecting back to you. And if you don't like it, you want to change it, change your frequency, change what your responsibility toward that frequency, toward that reality. And then you align yourself to another time, another reality where it's matching your new frequency that you are focusing on. Taking responsibility, doing energy work, changing your frequency. It's a very important statement. I hope that you understand what I said and you start working on it. If you want to change anything in your life, you start with yourself and take responsibility on your frequency toward that things. And everything has to change because reality and the whole universe is always listening to our frequency and reflecting back to us what we are vibrating all the time, non-stop. Till you realize this, if you have not realized this, you are always the victim and you're always in war towards something, against someone. But when you realize this, you take responsibility immediately toward yourself, toward your frequency, and you literally, in that taking responsibility, that shifting your frequency, you literally realize that everything in your reality can be shifted, can be changed toward what is the frequency you are holding within you. Because literally, and you need to understand and you need to study it with me, or there is a lot of information, you need to understand that the reality, nothing in it is solid, nothing in it is static. Everything is vibrating, and all those vibrations are a mutual meeting frequency, mutual matching frequency. Nothing is coincidence, everything is synchronicity. Synchronicity meaning matching frequency and alignment. So nothing is random in that sense. Everything is alignment. Beautiful. Let's jump into the second topic.
When you are talking, I'm feeling that we are that close to speak about quantum entanglement,
Yes.
quantum physics, and multi.
Superposition. I was talking about it
Multi-universe.
in the Arabic community. Of course, it's a very
multi-dimensions.
deep topic, and I said you have to hold on. There is something called superposition from the quantum physics. Superposition, quantum entanglement, tunneling.
Yeah, go to second topic, babe.
Is the more you understand it, you
It's-
realize nothing is solid.
You realize how you can shift things. You realize how you can be, how you are like multi-dimensional being, how you can be in different space at the same time, how you can
And even the
shift
people-
and transmute and be on different plane of existence at the same time as well. So it's when you
Exactly.
understand that, you are experiencing it, and when you're experiencing it, you are anchoring that state that becomes your truth, back again to the truth, and you can do something with it to be more of your higher self.
And the people around you, they are not anymore a static character. No one is a one set of character. You might say, no, it's always like this. No, there is always a spectrum of possibility of character always playing around. Now, some of the feature of the character will be the most permanent, most prominent, obvious, because of what that person attracting to himself. But there is always spectrum. So everything is changing, even the character, even in the possibility, even in your meeting, in your reality. And your frequency and your belief system and judgment that you're carrying about reality, and the more you carry unconditional love and alignment and possibility from your version, you are sort of withdraw from those spectrum of possibility, what's matching, what's highest best for you. And that person, no matter how much bad, for example, or very limited character, you will withdraw a possibility to meet a different meeting, different character, different interaction, and it's mind-blowing. Second part, we're going to is most important. I like to talk this so I can remind you, because I know that sometimes while you're in life, the ego will take over, the old habit will take over, the fears will take over, and then you go to your old habit of programming. And every time I talk this to you, I remind you, and you take your charge, take your energy, and if you witness anything in your reality that you don't like, do not blame it. Say, why I have allowed some of my frequency to attract this back to me. All right? The topic that I want to talk about, higher mind, is very important. It's very deep topic, it's very vast topic, and lot of possibility in it. And I talk about it a couple of times in some of the retreats and some of the courses, not much in details, because it's every time when we're teaching in the course, there is a lot to cover, and I have to direct all the audience, all the student, into realization, till we be able to have a window to introduce the higher mind. With the higher mind is mind-blowing understanding. The simple way that I can explain to you, and we're going to practice today with the higher mind, so you get some of the power back of your possibility. The simple way for the higher mind is, to understand the higher mind is, imagine every time you look around you, so your eyes actually perceiving the light reflecting back to you. So everything, any color right now, you can say, for example, orange, red, green, black, observing the color. Let's stay with the colors. All those color, they are this color because the reflection of the light coming back to you, and your eyes perceive that frequency of light and say, oh, this is red, this is green, this is blue. So basically, every time you need a projection of light, and you need perception through your eyes in order to perceive reality. This is on vision. Now, on the other senses, different story, but let's stay with the vision. It's easy to compare it with the higher mind. So that's mean, in your version of perceiving reality, you have a certain spectrum, certain width of receiving projection. You have to receive projection. The higher mind is the technology of your higher self and your soul and your consciousness, where projection, perception happen all the time in it, and everything as a data or experience or wisdom or connection or meeting or travel or astral travel or third eye or chakras, anything in your system has to be rendered and operate through your higher mind. So your higher mind literally is a ball of light around you that gather all the reflection and all the projection of anything you are interacting with. So when you talk about light body or your aura or your energy or your chakra or your third eye, they all operate through the higher mind. And your higher mind basically is like your light chip. But this light chip is not only operating in other dimension, it's operating right now, here and now. The more you understand that this reality is not really real, it's a continuous, synchronized, agreed dream-like, movie-like. And the dream, the same things, and when you're doing astral, same thing, or you're doing vision, the same things. Then you need a technology, you need a certain aspect of you, certain part of your light body or your consciousness to render all this information and experience those information. Here where comes the higher mind. So your skills, channeling, feeling, operating, sending energy, receiving energy, third eye, heart construct, connecting with higher wisdom, anything you can imagine that involve with any part of your energy, it has to render through this bubble of light that is contain all your layers, from your energy channels, your chakras, your third eye consciousness, emotion, mental, astral body, all the way to your spiritual body, even the rainbow body that they talk about. They can, this master who able to activate and do wonder with it. All this has to operate through a something. That something is the projection from your higher self, and it's called higher mind. It's the highest capacity of wisdom. Another word could be also the cloud, another version of, you can visualize it. And the more you know that you have this light chip, so spaceship, but let's call it light chip, spiritual technology light chip, that it's projection from your higher mind, sorry, projection from your higher self, and it's operate around you in many layers. When you know that, of course, you need to experience it, or someone has to tell you. So I'm telling you, or you have to experience it. Where, in order to experience it, is you need to do some astral travel, or you need to do some spiritual ceremony, or you need to do some deep meditation where you go to space and you are inside a ball of light, and you can do everything in that ball of light. So what is this ball of light? And you realize it's like your spaceship, your light ship. It's part of your consciousness, your higher mind, and can literally talk to you. So if you either experience it or someone telling you, so how can I access it more? When you realize that you have those layers, if you train your mind and your body and your energy to release more of your resistance about, I am limited, I am separated, and there is no connection, there is only a couple of channels, couple of ways to connect and do things. If you release this and allow in yourself, in your consciousness, allow, you are witnessing that if these layers around me is part of me and it's my technology, it's my higher mind, is my projection from my higher self, then can I access it more? Can I upgrade my access and my interaction and my perceiving wisdom? And the more you do that, and because we do a lot of astral travel recently, you will upgrade all your experience, all your, even your third eye, your astral body, your heart chakra, your vibration, your electromagnetic wave, all these will upgrade it because you have awakened another layers of accessing your higher mind. And one of the way to improve this is we're going to build up heart resonance, of course, with all the love, because this is the fuel always. Open up the alignment, connect with the higher self. Today we're going to do that. And once we reach to a certain amount of power and energy and expansion and alignment and releasing resistance, we're going to call for our light body, and from the layers of light body around us, we're going to go to another layer beyond the light body, as if we have layers and thin layers of frequency and veil or membrane around us. And imagine that these layers and membranes, they carry within them super technology of higher mind, wisdom and higher connection from the higher self. And we're going to tap into it. And once we start tap into it, we're going to go through all around us and reawaken our access to all the layers around us. While I'm talking, my crown is buzzing. So itchy. Go around it and we'll start as if you are touching your chakras, for example, and we're going to touch the edge of our light body, and then we're going to touch the edges or the layers of the higher mind, and as if re-establish welcoming connection to the higher mind and talk to it, talk to that axis. And it sounds like, if you've seen some movies, so see that our consciousness as a humanity is evolving. If you've seen some movies that when they do the virtual reality or they do Matrix, for example, there is someone who's called operator. If you access this virtual reality and then you have, or Matrix, for example, you have your own operator. You can say, operator, can you download this to me? Can I see this? Can I open this? Can you give me this data? And literally, you can talk to your higher mind as you're part of your expanded consciousness and expanded wisdom, and become your higher mind operator. Many ways that I spoke with it when I have my journey is like, I literally witness me talking to myself as a third person and start having understanding and having expanded access in my consciousness, in my energy. And then we're going to talk to that layers, and we're going to call for ourselves certain skills. So you can go wide with the skills, but I would recommend that to focus in certain skills. The most important right now, the most important is increasing your frequency, having the ability to access more your layer and your light body, and increasing your ability to receive communication, wisdom, and connection with the universal wisdom, let's say. The more you work on this, your ability to start perceiving and communicating with your higher mind increase. Then you can start asking another skills, which is, for example, if you are a writer, you can ask, can I improve my writing? Can I improve my channeling writing? Then you are operating with this wisdom, and your higher mind to start operating more closer to you, because your resistance of receiving wisdom outside of your brain, because our brain doesn't have anything. Our brain is only CPU, process information. There is nothing in our brain. Our mind is operates through the brain, around within the light body, all through many dimensions. Our brain as the organs, it's just CPU. If you study computer, CPU doesn't do anything. You need software, you need system. CPU will process it. So the more you release that, oh, it's here, I have to check. It's not here, nothing here. This is a very important part to process it, but it's there all around, or even deep within, not in the brain, within in the dimensions. The more you release that resistance and open up to those possibilities, you are unlimited, because you are not the physical body anymore. You are way beyond, and that's our true essence. We are beyond that.
So can we say that the mind, that is basically the storage of what you think you know, but it's much more than that, is basically a computer without internet connection, and is limited to the capacity that you have on your computer. The mind is way beyond. If you haven't studied it, there's a lot of layers in the mind. Now imagine that today, and when you are in your self-realization journey, you are plugging your computer to the internet connection, so you are opening the electricity, which is the light force, which is your channel, which is your connection to the divine. What we have there, as you plug in, you have access to Wi-Fi, and through Wi-Fi you have access to the cloud, and the cloud being your higher mind that has all the information from your entire soul, and so higher self and soul that has all the information that cannot be stored in your computer because there is not enough space.
Correct.
So
that's very good analogy, very similar.
Yeah.
Also notice when Mathilde talking about the mind, she's not talking about the brain. The brain back again.
The mind is
just
the mind
CPU.
is the conscious mind. That is 9% of your mind. This is also the critical mind. That is your filter of I like, I don't like. It judges what you perceive and what you experience. And from that it goes to your subconscious mind that is divided into a couple of parts. So this is actually the mind
Belief
from
system
which
and unconscious
which is like
collective.
89% of your beingness that you experience in this vessel. So we feel limited here. So now when you plugged in to the universal information or universal source, then what you get is all the information and back again to the truth and your universal wisdom.
Exactly.
Are you ready? Any questions?
This is the simplest way to explain it, of course. Back again, it's a very complex topic and very important
But I love
topic.
that topic. I really love that topic.
Yes, and I when I do the courses and the retreat, I have a couple of analogy about the player room, and when I explain this analogy, it's just mind blowing. And it's in most of our movies. It's there because our consciousness as a humanity evolved enough to perceive it. Now they consider it science fiction. It's not really science. All those science fiction, not really science fiction, because they are tapping into what is good possible. It's our consciousness is unlimited. Quantum physics, they said, our consciousness is the infinite frontier. It's like unlimited, and they are still exploring, and they're realizing that the most vast, unlimited resource and understanding is our consciousness. And our consciousness is not only us, it goes into layer, higher consciousness, higher self, universal consciousness. All these are consciousness. And we are here just a part, connecting with it. And the more you connect with it, you become that higher consciousness. And that's our potential, to go beyond the limited vessels, still operating in the vessel, but going beyond it and access what's good possible to be part of that infinite possibility of the universe.
It's another form of prosperity.
Yes, abundance
Abundance
of possibility, abundance of
possibility and
consciousness,
connections, of
abundance of
consciousness.
dimensions, all part of us.
All right.
All right, we'll go to the
Yes,
practice.
we're gonna start the energy practice. Before we start, if you have any questions, please share there. We also, I think, welcoming more on broadcasts, the community, and also on the other room, which
Yes.
is the one-time
Didi,
payment event.
Eleonora, and Nisar.
Wonderful.
Welcome.
Hi guys. We are also on Facebook. We had many people coming up. So hello everyone. We are about to start Facebook and YouTube. If you would like to join the energy practice, the link is above or below the video. Join us now. So we're going to work on the higher mind, as George was explaining. Otherwise, we wish you a wonderful evening. The next session is Wednesday. It's a free session. It's unconditional love group healing. So you are highly welcome to join, and please bring your friends as well. Those sessions are monthly. They are unique, and we love them so very much. So till Wednesday, we send you all our love. And be well and take care of yourself. Bye bye. I cannot copy.
Love you all.